Good morning. It's been a few days. My living arrangements changed. I am looking for a new home. So thank you to anybody who has supported me. Thank you to anyone who will support me. Both of my cash outs will be in the description box below. I'm not sure what's going on with one of them, but so I created a new one just in case the payments aren't coming through. Some do, and it's mainly for the ones who are already connected with me, but I don't know what it's looking like for the newcomers, so just had to get that out of the way. Send it anyway to Lattimoresymone, or you could just send it to Simone first. I really appreciate you all for this, for your help in a time of need. Anyways, good morning. I would like to say today, persevere. It's going to be things, people, obstacles that come your way that's going to try to attack you left and right, especially when your mind made up to stand in your purpose and do the right thing and not look back. When you've lived a certain way coming up as a child, or when you've been taught things that only brought you pain and destruction, you genuinely don't want that anymore. Like, you don't want that for yourself. If you have any get up about yourself, if and I'm not even going to say that, if you get to know God, Jesus, God said you can only come through to me through my son, Jesus. Whether you want to believe it or not, you should try it. If you done tried everything, try Jesus. And that's just real. Because at the end of the day, it's going to open up a whole new pathway for you. And yes, you're going to deal with all types of adversity. It's going to seem like everything falling apart. But you got to understand that that stuff is being broken down, broken off of you, because that is not your designed path. You want what God wants for you. You want what God got for you. You don't want what you want for you and what you think that you should have. It's not about that, because you'll realize that that's so mediocre and minor to what God actually have for you. Why would you want to settle and cut yourself short like that? Okay? With the adversities that I'm facing, listen, I used to tell myself as a child what God used to tell me as a child, and it just stuck with me, that the things that I was going through then, I wouldn't have to go through later. I'm 32 deep in here. You feel me? I'm 32 years old, and I can say that I've been going through since a child. It's only gotten better because I've gotten stronger. So the tactics still exist, the plot still exists, but I've gotten stronger, I've gotten wiser, because I realized, it's not even about it's not about those naysayers, those friends that wasn't your friends, those backstabs. It wasn't really so much about the betrayal, because all of that was sent to make you stronger. You can't be the president, you can't be a billionaire, and you surrounded by people who you're surrounded by people who do not see your vision. You surrounded by people who's gonna you're surrounded by people who's gonna sorry about that. You're surrounded by people who's going to dig holes in your boat. You're surrounded by people who gonna, you know, you trying to save them out the water, and they cutting pieces of wood or pieces of particles, or taking pipes, and you know what I mean, and they trying to build their own boat right there in front of you with the pieces off of your boat. You know, everybody don't want to be saved, because everybody don't have that get up. They don't have God, because at the end of the day, you need God's strength to deal with the things that, when you're somebody, you're going to be faced with, and challenges you're going to be faced with. You can't get away from it. It's no running from it. You have to face things head on. what I was going to say though, you can't be the president and not know that you're not going to have people who want to assassinate you. You can't be the president handling the opinions of the entire United States and whatever surrounding countries you partner with, and you gonna fold under critics. You gotta know that they're gonna sling daggers at your name. You gotta know you're gonna have the people. You impact everyone differently. You know what I mean? Whether you were intended to be a positive impact or not, you have those who straight up. You have those who straight up. Who straight up would envy you for a positive impact, being a positive influence. When they admire you, they're inspired by you, they would love to be a motivational speaker and have the guts or balls to say what it is that is on their mind. You know, you can only do so much that you can, you know what I mean? Because you can't give someone confidence. You can't give someone, you know, you can't force people to be fearless and to stand up for themselves. You know what I mean? These are things that you have to want and desire. You got to find the courage to do for yourself. I had to find the courage to do for myself. I continue to have the courage to do for myself, because at the end of the day, when you faced against good and evil, and it's the principalities, it's the powers that be. Because I realized no matter where you go at, you know, if you shining light in a place that was dark and scandalous or evil or you know, it's creepy, got a lot of different things and, you know, activities going on in the dark, and then here your ass can see everything and point everything out and see through shit that, I mean, I don't mean to curse, Lord, I ain't try to, but you can see through the people, the things that slither. No, you're not gonna be like, you're not gonna fit in. They're not gonna invite you to no parties, no menage a trois. You can't eat with them, but you don't want to. Believe me, you don't want to. I don't want to. That'll piss them off too. You gotta be aware of that too. But you gotta stand in your power. Stand in your power. You know, whatever it is God bring you to, He gonna bring you through it. This is what I know to be true. He's done it for me time and time again. He continuously show me, because He's letting me know every day who can and cannot come. And you wanna know what's funny is? To be honest, I don't be seeing nobody. Because you can't force nobody to want to go nowhere with you or be nowhere with you. You got to know that. Can't force it. They either want to come or they don't want to come. People who wants to be by your side will compromise and conform. They will change naturally. No force, because they see themselves with you. They see that this is what they want. This is what they want to be at. They're going to naturally conform and become, you know, everything you ask for and more. They're already that, but they're going to make those adjustments for you. That's male or female. They're going to make those adjustments for you. It's not going to be something you force. It's not something you got to teach them, beg them, keep having to sit down with them over and over again and talk about the same thing over and over again with no results. That's not what it do. That's not love. That's not a partnership. You need love in your partnership. Ain't no point in sitting up having a situationship and ain't no love in there. Because at any given moment in time, male or female, somebody else come along that's doing a little bit more, got a little bit more pep in their step, and they on the next best thing. It's always good, male and female, to have your own, to keep your own. And focus on your own. Focus on yourself before focusing on anybody who not contributing or putting into the pot. That's just what it is. And contributing ain't always financial. You ain't just a body in the room. You active. You on point. You always iron sharpen iron. You always got your partner. Y'all always on point. I'm just saying. These are things that I was just thinking of this morning, and I just want to thank God for another day because it's only God who breathes life into you. You know, we don't wake ourselves up, and that's the first blessing that we take for granted, and that's the day. That's the moment we open up our eyes. You know, that's the first blessing of the day. To be able to have that eye booger in the corner of your eyes. You know, it ain't always something tragic gotta happen to you. Everybody don't wake up, so can't take that for granted. You gotta give grace, give thanks, you know, to the Most High, to God, Jesus, you know, for everything that He's done, everything He's gonna do, everything that He's doing. Be grateful. That's a lesson that I've learned. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful when, you know, you didn't get that job, when you got fired, when that relationship left you, when your parents abandoned you. Be grateful they didn't pick you and choose you, you know, because God chose you, you know. So I love you all. I'll be back in another video. Thank you for your love and support. I really do appreciate you. I have my ladies and my gents who have held me down, and I really do appreciate y'all. And I have to say that in my videos in case y'all are ever listening. Y'all are the real MVPs because at the end of the day, you know, the enemy had attacks my love life, my finances, my stability, but God, you know what I'm saying? God carried me, He keep me, you know, and that's who I give grace to because He's my provider. He's my provider. I don't care if it's just a bag of chips and a soda, a bottle of water. I don't care if it's, you know, just simply the butterflies, the trees, the lawnmower, you know what I mean? People can't hear. People can't see. They don't get the luxury of seeing the trees and the sky and the grass and the ants. They don't get the luxury of hearing their loved ones speak with them. You know, can't take nothing for granted, you know. And that's just where I'm at with it. So I love you all. Be back with another video. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Keep my videos in rotation. If you're not one of the ones that can help me in any type of way, the least you could do is direct me to the one who can, you know. And so, love you all. Love and light.